couldn't understand why this man in my life that meant everything to me had got this horrible disease. I mean, it could have been anything else that he could have got and be able to live a longer life, but something that took his life so quickly. My feelings towards God were pretty harsh at the time. I was angry. I was mad. I wanted nothing to do with him because I felt like he wasn't there for me. It was about 10 years ago, shortly after my wife and I got married, and we just got pregnant with our son Jackson. And we'd just gone to the doctor and got the ultrasound and found out what the sex of the baby was. And called to tell my dad and my stepmom the exciting news that they were gonna have a grandson. And during the conversation, telling my dad about this and, trying to plan ahead in life and telling him, hey, yeah, I'm planning for life insurance and I want you to know that I'm gonna put you guys as the beneficiary. And my dad says to me, he goes, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, what do you mean I wouldn't do that? He goes, we'll just talk about it later, son. I'm like, no, talk about it now. And that's when I found out that my dad had ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. So it was one of the best days of my life, but also one of the worst days of my life. It's a difficult one for me. My dad died 7 years ago from Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. And he was a huge part of my life. It really, I questioned God a lot through that process. I'd pray to him, I'd ask him, why my dad, what did he do? Prayed him to heal him. And, I didn't get my prayers answered. So yeah, it really was a tough thing on me and my faith in God. And, after my dad died, I pretty much lost all my faith in God. About a year ago, we moved to the south side of Meridian here, and some friends have been going to Stonehill. And we started to go to Stonehill. And, from the time I walked in the door, it just felt like it was where we belonged. I struggled for a while still with it. I still questioned it. But each Sunday, I would sit in service and I would slowly open my heart and listen to the service and hear what it had to say, and how it applied to my life. And I felt like it was slowly each week connecting. During this whole time, my wife and I were struggling through our marriage. And I have to say, Stonehill and God and church is what got us through it. And I spent most of my life, with all the heartaches and pains I've been through, I didn't really have a relationship with God. And it was a slow thing for me. Just week in and week out, it would click. And the people that come into my life would click. And I don't know, I was in church one Sunday, and just this feeling, this came over me, this, like the hairs that stand up on you. I just felt like I wanted to give my life to Christ. I wanted to be baptized and just give myself to him. Good, bad, ugly, all of it. St. Church, we're all messy. I got my fair share of mess, and that's okay. But God has been there for me in amazing ways over the last really 6 to 8 months, and my family. So I'd say probably 6-8 months ago is when I really decided to give my life to Christ. And what this church has done for me and my family has been amazing. I was baptized over the summer. My youngest son gave his life to Christ at camp this summer. And my oldest son gave his life to Christ about a month or so ago in Sunday school or in middle school. as I look back, see places that God was with me, I think, if I really look at it, my first answer would be, I don't think God was with me. But if I take a more in-depth look at it, I think that God was there the whole time, but, and he may be showing me things that I just didn't realize he was trying to show me. So I think he was there the whole time. You got to be willing to see it. If you're not open to it, you're never going to see it.